everybody, and welcome to part 12 of my playthrough for Plants vs. Zombies. In the last episode, we actually took a look at some of the mini-games, and we played through all three that were available to us at the time. And I was kind of explaining, I explained a lot about mini-games and the money system, and we looked at the shop. Now, you'll notice I actually grind up to quite a bit. I just had some free time, I should say, to actually get up to this amount, and while I was thinking about buying these two, they're really not such a big deal. Like, right now, where we are in the game, they're not useful really too much at all. But what I think I'm going to do is, for this particular moment, for the sake of showing stuff off and everything, I think I'm going to buy the 9 slots. And this was actually a very good thing, the 10 slots. Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford that for a while, but the 9 slots is actually a really good thing that I like to pick up now, because I'm just that kind of guy. And when we get a chance, I'll be probably going to be buying this, the repeater, which is probably my preferred of these two upgrades. And I'll show that off probably next episode. I'll save up enough to... Actually, I have enough right now. My math is a little off today, if you can't tell. And we even got up to buy the rake, so... Okay, buying it now. So let's continue with the adventure. Yes, zombies. We're going to restart this, because we kind of, we're just getting into this. Funny thing about the zombie process, sometimes it makes them out real little. Real little and real mean. Defend your shins! Oh god. Okay, so yeah, already thinking like, really? They did this? And this is actually pretty funny. I actually really like this little mini-game. There's a variation of it in the mini-game section later. I think we'll unlock it, but this is interesting. And just take a minute to listen to the zombies. Listen to them. Okay, they're not going to do anything. Well, if you actually get to hear them say brains, it's all high-pitched and squeaky, like chipmunk mode is engaged. Just, I don't know. I think it's cute. Don't you think it's cute? And, I kind of like these levels where, it's definitely a good break from the regular campaign to have a little mini-game. And not just to have, the scrolling things to, fates choosing what plants you're going to be using for you, but to actually have something like this. It's kind of cool. Just the variation of, they're small, and I think they might actually take less hits. Maybe not. I can't really tell. No, I don't think so, but they are faster. I think it takes longer for them to eat or something. I'm not exactly sure for the science of this one. I know, I don't know everything. It's amazing. Sometimes you just gotta go with it, even if you don't know what you're talking about, right? Plenty of people pull that off successfully. Why can't I? But no, I really like this whole minigame thing. It's kind of cute, and I'm not gonna have any defenses for the water. That's not good. There we go. And you know what? Cherry bomb. Cherry bomb. Yeah, smoke those guys. Wow, giving us a lot of cherry bomb. I actually don't use cherry bomb that much, which is weird. Like later, I can save this situation. No, okay, wow, he took care of that. Let's do that. There we go. Get another. Put the pea shooter there. There, now we got at least a full row. And I think I'm gonna throw this just in front of the pea shooter. Yeah, there we go. There, okay. Mid-wave. I really do love this game's soundtrack. I know I've already said it, and I won't, keep saying it, but, I'm that kind of guy who repeats himself that way, so... It's just, yeah, I don't know. I was like, just maybe because I haven't bought a new game in a long time, a real new game. Like, not a knockoff, not like a knockoff brand, I was gonna say. Games are knockoff brands now. No, but you know what I mean? Like, buying a sequel to a game, it's not the same. I think the newest game I picked up was, Modern Warfare 3, and that was a blowout. Complete, I don't recommend it. It was, dude, I don't know. This is not the place or time to talk about this, but Plants vs. Zombies was, the most original game I've played in quite some time, so that's why I kind of keep going on about it, oh man, it's so awesome, and yeah! Those are my words right there. Those are my exact definitional words. Man, let's look at all this. We got so many cherry bombs. Boom. Goodbye. I think these zombies that had scuba masks on are actually pretty clever because they can't be hit until they get right up here. I know I explained it before, or I'm pretty sure I did. I just think it's clever, and it actually does change the way you play. In case maybe I had expected these guys to take these guys out long before they even got anywhere near my plants, but now I have to pre-plan like this. And it is a good idea to wow. I just realized how funny that looked. I don't know. It is a good idea to kind of pre-plan sometimes like that, but if you over-plan, which you'll see in the more advanced levels and stuff, if you over-plan, it'll come back to bite you. It really will. Oh, Oh no, okay. Wait, stop, okay. Yeah, I think they do take less hits, but they're a lot faster. I think that's how it works. Right, wouldn't that balance out in your mind, like, when you do logic in your head, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Or, oh no, that doesn't make any sense at all. What the fuck? It's that kind of game, but it is like this is like a real-time strategy. I mean, right, that's what I define it as, wouldn't you? And now that we're on the final wave, I have no problem. Just, woo, cherry bomb. Cherry bomb, cherry bomb, money, cherry bomb. Yeah! Woo! And we get a angry-looking pepper. Jalapeno destroys an entire lane of zombies. So, we've got the cherry bomb, which was our first real TSPP, I believe, and it destroyed a 3x3 area of where you put it down. The jalapeno instantly destroys a row, an entire row. So that's completely different and is so fresh, and it's a little bit less sun, which can make the difference when you really need to throw something out. So, onto our backyard. Okay, now these guys, zombonis. Ah ha ha, pun, it's so funny. It's so punny. Zombie? I don't know. The zombonis, they aren't my least favorite, but if you're not ready for them, they will screw you over. So, let's see. We're going to choose sunflower. I think right now the best defense we actually have against the Zomboni, isn't it amazing how game designers do this, is the jalapeno we just got. So we're definitely going to throw that on. I think we're going to do this for the water, and I think we'll do a... we use snow peas in a while, let's use snow peas. And chompers, walnuts, and now we have more slots, so it's like, geez. And yeah, I could try and actually, now wouldn't be such a bad time to try and show off these Gatlin peas, not repeaters. I know I called them repeaters before, but they're actually Gatlin peas. They can only be put. See these? How it's got like a blue outline. Anything in this row, pretty much anything with a blue outline, is going to need is going to tell you it requires a repeater. See on the bottom, requires a repeater, and it'll tell you if you try to select it without the repeater, like, hey, you need a repeater, otherwise this is useless. You can't throw this down without a repeater. It's kind of like, I know this is going to be a really weird and nerdy analogy, but I'm going to compare it anyways because that's the kind of guy I am. If you played Yu-Gi-Oh!, like Duel Monsters, Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game, there were certain, like, sacrificial monsters or ritual, I think it was ritual, where you needed a certain monster before you could lay another one down. That's what I always think of when I see these. And actually, because those monsters were like a bluish-purple card, and this is like a purpley-blue thing, it reminds me of it a lot. I'm going to hope there's someone out there who's like, oh yeah, man, I know what you're talking about. High five, dude. And I'll be like, whoa, I almost looked like an idiot there. And then there's someone who's going to leave a comment like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'll be like, like that zombie, that's what I'll be like. Like forehead, not hand to forehead, palm to forehead, yeah. I always like to try and get the sunflowers out first without putting anything else down, but I always feel like, oh man, there's a zombie coming, dude, what do I do? I'm already getting that feeling, and I want to throw down these guys, so there we go, we got one out. Now, the thing you'll notice about these guys is, together, because you have to lay one of these down first, it's a total of 450 sun to get one plant out like this. But you'll see why it costs so much. Do I think it's worth it? Depending on the situation, yes. From day to day, like from level to level, like we're going to be playing, it's actually not worth it, so you won't actually see me doing it that often in the future. Just because it's not as efficient as it should be, or what am I looking for? As efficient as it would be otherwise in other situations of the game. For the most part, the upgraded plants you'll get they're very cool, they're very good, and for the survival missions we'll unlock later, not missions, but survival like modes, they're extremely useful. They're exactly what you want. For just level to level in the main story campaign, not worth it so much. Man, there's nothing worse than when you're really thirsty and you think you've still got a drink and you turn and it's all gone. Like, you drank it and you sort of knew in the back of your head, like, I knew I drank that, but I'm gonna check anyways, right? Like, maybe, just maybe, I didn't drink, like, just enough. Or, like, it's so little, like, you go to pick up your drink, your soda can, whatever it may be, and it's just a little bit too less, so it's like you're more thirsty than you were before you were thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I feel like with a lot of my off-topic stuff, if I'm talking about something and you're not following what I'm saying, it's gonna be like one of those awkward moments where we're just like laughing and we're like, wait, what? And everyone's like quiet and like, so, the weather. The weather. It's gotten bad when the topic turns to the weather. And you see this just highlighted up so I can pick it now, and I think Yeah, the water's okay for right now. Let me just put it out. Yeah, let me just do... Yeah, that's... I should be okay. So, the Gatlin P. Let's do it right here. Gatlin P on. Woo, yeah, shoots 4 Ps at one time. Now, you're gonna be saying yourself like, oh, holy God, my mind is blown. This is the best thing since canned bread. And do they? Yeah, they do really make that, don't they? But, no, it's... it is really, really good. It no doubt is. But, like I said, I don't recommend it for these like, level-to-levels. I was going to say day-to-day levels. And they kind of are day-to-day levels. It's... How do I put it so that we can understand? You can convey my thoughts and know what I'm talking about. The Gatlin P. It's extremely powerful, but when you do the math, the sun it cost for just a level like this where we're already halfway done, it's not worth it. It's just not. I was probably better off throwing out more repeaters. Just because I don't need the space. I'm not surviving for a long time. In other levels, I will need the space, but I just don't here. That's just how it is. Oh God, Zamboni. Zamboni, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to show off the jalapeno. Zambonis, when they come in, they will mow down everything. They will go right through your walnuts, right through everything. And see this ice here? I can't plant plants on ice. Ice and plants don't mix. Jalapeno. Jalapeno and ice don't mix. Jalapeno is right now our only defense against these guys, truly, because if I had, say, like the repeaters, anything can kill the Zambonis. They just have a lot of HP. Once they die, that ice streak you just saw, it stays there, and I can't plant. Like I said, I can't plant plants on the ice streak, and it stays there. I'm not sure if it ever goes away naturally. I'm not entirely sure because I've never let it do that. But as far as I know, it doesn't go away. But with the jalapenos, even if this was already destroyed, when we just threw a jalapeno down, it would melt the ice. So it's kind of cool, really. I like games that have stuff like that, where it's like, okay, like I'm in an ice level, and I'm a wizard, and I can throw fireballs, but I can't melt the ice. Like, that's just too bad. Grab him. I always love how those guys, like, drag them underwater. Not only do they look cool, I think they're the coolest looking plant in this game, and they're probably actually my favorite just because of how cheap they are and how good they are for the water. And they're one of the few aquatic plants. I think they're one of 2. Now that I think about it, I said a while ago I think they were the only ones, and then I kind of contradicted myself. I think they're one of 2. 2 that don't require anything at all, if you know what I'm talking about. Hey, since we got the cash, why don't I throw another Gatling gun, huh? Gatlin Peter? Is that what it is? Gatlin P, yeah. I always want to say Gatling gun. I mean, they are. That's what it's modeled after. Right? I'm not... You know what I'm talking about. We're on the same basis here. And, you know, since we got the sun, I mean, why not? I always hate these times where we have so much sun, and it's like, I got nothing to use it on. And then he starts whistling the tune again because he's run out of things to say. No, but, as for the Zambonis, we actually will get something later on. That is actually my... Oh, okay, you're gonna see this in action here. Watch. Yeah! Okay, I know he took him out in like 1-8, but I don't think that always happens. I think it... I thought it took actually 2 bites. Maybe it just takes 1. So, okay, these guys are pretty good, but like... Let's just wait a second here. I want them to kind of get halfway in here, just to demonstrate, so you know I'm not lying. Okay, eat that. Now, if I try to plant a plant there... I can't. I just can't. It just won't let me. It doesn't even tell me, like, you can't plant a plant here because rah, 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 rah. But, no, I don't know. It's, and just for demonstration purposes. Gone. Very, very, very useful. Very, very good. I just love when things like that work like that. I don't know. What can I say? Oh, yeah. Speaking of awesome plants... Spikeweed. Pops tires and hurts zombies that step on it. Spikeweed is probably my favorite plant in the game, in the entire game, because, and here's why, it does damage to zombies that walk by it. They're pretty cheap, and they do actually quite a bit of damage. If you get like 3 of them in a row, and a regular zombie, or even a cone head, or maybe even a buckethead walks across it, it does a lot of damage to them, on top of the probably repeater or pea shooter, whatever you may have firing down lane. They're extremely, extremely good. They're very inexpensive. They pop the tires, and there are more tire-related zombies that it makes it an instant kill for that. You don't have to worry about them, and they take a long time to wear down. I mean, they take a lot to wear down. Typically, I'll go an entire level and still have them, like at full health. and they're, like I said, and they, you know, look cool. I mean, come on, look at that. That looks awesome, and it's on our side, so that's pretty sweet. And now we got like a pretty good arsenal going here. I think, I mean, the first row is kind of the beginner row, and these are all night shrooms. But I think the second row is my particular favorite. Like 9 out of 10 times, you'll see me grab most of my stuff out of the, third row here. I said second, third. But yeah, I think we're gonna stop it right now. Now that we actually have some of my favorite plants, we're really getting into some of the good parts of the game where things get a little bit trickier, and we can really start mixing things up and be show-off-tastic. So, yeah, that'll do it for this episode. I thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you later.